Hi, this is Jimmy George, a business consultant, entrepreneur coach, organization development and transformation specialist. I help entrepreneurs develop organizations of excellence. One of the key areas where an entrepreneur needs coaching is interviewing and selecting people for his organization. No entrepreneur can do business all alone. So he needs people in his organization, and for that he sometimes advertises, or he approaches placement consultants, or he gets into job portals, etc. So these are the sources of getting talents for his organization. So he does what we call recruitment and selection. Now, what is the methodology used by most people in selecting employees for their organizations? Interviewing. That's the universal methodology of finding the right person for the right job. Now, this is a very vast area. I conduct a day's workshop, sometimes even 2 days workshop for business leaders only on this subject of interviewing skills. But through this short video, let me give you a couple of insights. Most people think that job interview is an easy job. In fact, job interview is not an easy job, it's a hard task. Secondly, most people believe that they know how to interview, and interviewing can be done by anybody. Now, that's a myth. You need to train yourself. Interviewing is a specialist area. It's an area where you have to have the scientific and systematic knowledge of asking the right questions and even understanding the answers correctly. So interviewing is not anybody's job. Now, the third point here is that many people, they believe that highly qualified people are good people. We must select them. They are performers, they are competent people. Now, this is again a myth. Many highly qualified people are not performers. They are good academically, but when it comes to delivering business performance, these people, they fail, and eventually either they leave on their own, or you may have to terminate their services. So all kinds of myths, superstitions, wrong ideas are prevailing in the area of recruitment and selection, and particularly this activity called job interviewing. The insight I want to share with you is this, that when you interview a person, what are the critical parameters you need to keep in your mind while spending 30, 40 or 60 minutes with this job candidate? Why you need a person? You need a person for his performance, for his deliverables. So the first thing you need to check is whether this person can fulfill your performance expectations. The term is very clear: performance expectations. So if you are selecting a salesperson, you have certain performance expectation from the salesperson, that he should he should do prospecting, he should pitch, he should present, he should negotiate, he should follow up, he should develop relationship, and then he should be able to close sales for you, and he should do this consistently. This performance, and he should achieve the target, and you have this performance expectations. Now what happens? You have selected the most qualified person, the smart person in the interview, and he joined your organization, and you found that after 2 months or 3 months, he is not delivering up to your expectations. And now you are really upset that your selection has gone wrong. Now here comes the next critical point in selecting a person. That is performance challenges. Many competent people, many qualified people, they quit, they give up their job not because of their lack of qualification, lack of knowledge. It's because of their mental makeup, that it's because of their mental weakness when it comes to challenges they face. They don't have the strengths or the capability or the attitude or the mindset to face challenges, to confront obstacles they face in life or during the course of their work, and then bust those obstacles and overcome and come out as successful. So when they face obstacles and when they face challenges, they give up and then they quit. So you may often wonder that you have selected a highly qualified person, he answered well in the interview, but after 2 months or 3 months, he gives resignation. But perhaps you didn't check whether this person has the mental makeup, has the mindset to confront problems, challenges, obstacles that will come on the way. It's from competition, it's in the market, it could be from any area. So, since you didn't check that, your selection has gone wrong. Now let's go to the next scenario, that you have selected the best person, the qualified person, and he can face the challenges, but again he leaves after 1 or 2 or 3 months. And you wonder, he was good, he can perform, but he has quit, he has left your organization. This happens because a problem called cultural incompatibility. In other words, the person whom you selected was not culturally fitting with your enterprise's, your organization's culture. So if I have to put it in a short form for you to understand, first is performance expectations, PE. Second is performance challenges, PC. And the third is cultural compatibility. So if PE, PC and CC, if these 3 parameters are perfectly fitting for a candidate, then he is the best fit for your organization for the given job. So what is the takeaway for you? We don't select a nice person, or we don't select a highly qualified person, or we don't select a person who speaks fluently. Those are okay, those parameters are okay. But actually you need to select a person who can deliver your performance expectations against all the prevailing performance challenges, both in the market, in the industry, in the country, in the organizations. Those challenges you should be able to overcome. And thirdly, you should be compatible, you should fit with your philosophies, your values, the way you do business. So PE plus PC plus CC. If these things are fitting, then you have the best fit. So this is a mantra, the secret of selecting the right person for the right job. In other words, what you need to do, what you need to ensure in an interview. And there are many more dimensions to this, and you need to understand what questions therefore you need to ask, because this best fit selection is possible only when you know what questions to ask and how to understand each question, how to probe, how to go into multiple layers of the psychological process. So this calls for coaching and training. It's not something which anybody can do. So interviewing skills is critical. In fact, the training module which I do, it's called Train the Interviewer, TTI. If you want to know more about it, please do write to me or call me. This certainly helps all entrepreneurs and their top team, the directors, partners, the HODs, heads of department, those who interview people and take selection decisions. They must undergo this coaching on how to interview correctly. Thank you.